they're not voting. They're not voting because they don't trust you politicians. They don't voting because they don't trust that you will deliver on your promises. So why is it that a young person who's 24 years old listening to this conversation, why must they vote for you? Why must they make you president of the republic?
Well, I'm happy that you raised that point, because the youth don't see politics working for them. So the first thing you do is to make sure that politics work for the youth. And once they see the politics working for them, they will come in their numbers. Look at what we did at the institutions of higher learning. When we took over the SRCs, we said the budget which is spent on Freshers Born festivals must be cut by 70%. That 70% must go and feed the needy students at the universities. They used to spend millions at universities doing bashes with the SRC money. We cut that and we give the poor lunch and supper from the money that was supposed to organize festivals. What happened? The youth then realized that in the institutions of higher learning, that this thing is working for us. As a result, there is a mood all over universities of educated people, not illiterate, educated people who say we want to make an educated vote, and that vote is for the EFF, because we can see that the politics are working for us in the institutions of higher learning. Let's make the politics to work for our people. What will you do? I'll give them the land. I will give them access to education free of charge. I will beneficiate the minerals of South Africa and industrialize the economy of South Africa, so that we are not an economy of consumers, we are an economy of people who produce. Manufacturing ought to be revived in South Africa if we are to create sustainable jobs. I will end load shedding in less than no time, because load shedding is man-made. When there is World Cup, there is no load shedding. When children write matric exam, there is a load shedding. Have you ever seen such madness in life, where we must switch on the lights to see rugby and then switch off the lights when the children are writing an exam? What type of this load shedding are we dealing with? It has got eyes and ears. It knows that Kolisi is about to pick up the ball. It doesn't go. When Kolisi finishes, then it goes. It goes with the World Cup. It's man-made. It's created to empower Cyril's
Who made
people.
it?
Cyril and the
Cyril
ANC.
Ramaphosa made load shedding.
Yes.
How?
Because they want to empower the IPPs. They don't maintain the coal power stations. They close coal power stations, because the biggest problem at the center of what we're dealing with here is the maintenance of our power stations. That's why they tell you Unit 1 has collapsed, Unit 3 has collapsed. There is nothing magical that Brian Molefe did and Marcelo Gogo did. All they did was to make sure they maintain our own power stations. They close this one. They know if we close this one for 2 days, it will be up. Before you know it, we go to the next one. There's generally no maintenance, and corruption is eaten away Eskom. What do? They then say, no, let's load shed, so that we create a crisis. When we introduce independent power producers, our people are going to say, yo, maybe there is a solution here. Let's go with independent power producers. Who is independent power producers? It's Remgro. Who owns Remgro? It's Johan Rupert. You are now going to be given electricity by Johan Rupert. I mean, this crisis faith. I mean, let's go to Prasa. Look, there is no long distance trains from November last year until today. The people of Limpopo used to occupy that train full to capacity. Eastern Cape, full to capacity. They rent locomotives, put them there, and then do not give them to people. And then they say, we spend 600 million. These locomotives only gave us 10 million. Then we all say, no, it means it's a waste of money. That's why we can't spend 600 million only to get 10 million. No, they didn't use the locomotives. They hired with 600 million, put them there, and create an imaginary crisis, so that when they come and say, let's outsource this thing to our friends, people should say, no, maybe we'll get trains, because we have not been getting trains. All of this is a fact. Under the President Ramaphosa, who said he's going to be corrupt-free, he's going to be transparent, he's going to do lifestyle audit on ministers, he's going to crack the whip on corruption. This government has become the most corrupt government that switches off lights for children who are writing matric exams.
Let me take...